Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Friday, January 23rd, 2026. The Ethereum Foundation establishes a post-quantum team. The SEC ends enforcement action against Gemini. EigenCloud releases the Eigen AI white paper, and the Ethereum validator entry queue exceeds 3 million Ether. All this and more starts right after this message. This episode is sponsored by Archive, an Ethereum-aligned data layer for Web3. Archive merges guarantees of blockchain with the performance and flexibility of traditional databases. Find out more at archive.network/daily. The Ethereum Foundation has made post-quantum security a top strategic priority and formed a new post-quantum team, led by Thomas Korteger, with Lean VM as the cryptographic backbone. Post-quantum security aims to ensure Ethereum remains cryptographically secure against future quantum computers. As part of the initiative, the Foundation is launching bi-weekly AquaDevs post-quantum calls and multi-client post-quantum consensus devnets. It is also introducing a new $1 million Poseidon prize to strengthen the Poseidon hash function alongside the existing $1 million proximity prize. The Ethereum Foundation will also release a roadmap for a full post-quantum transition, targeting zero downtime and no loss of funds. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has dismissed its enforcement action against Gemini Trust Company, LLC, related to the Gemini Earn program. In January 2023, the SEC charged Genesis and Gemini Trust Company with offering and selling unregistered securities through the Gemini Earn crypto lending program. The SEC alleged that Gemini violated federal securities laws by bypassing required disclosure obligations. The case dismissal was made at the SEC's discretion and was based on Gemini's full 100% in-kind return of crypto assets to Gemini Earn investors, as well as Gemini's state and regulatory settlements. EigenCloud released its white paper for Eigen AI, a framework designed to make AI outputs bit exact, deterministic, verifiable, and auditable. Eigen AI introduces a deterministic interface on GPUs, producing identical outputs from the same model, prompt, and environment. It also introduces optimistic verification, where AI results can be challenged with fraud provably detectable and economic penalties enforce honesty. Eigen AI allows users and institutions to verify exactly what AI models produce. And lastly, the Ethereum validator entry queue has surpassed 3 million Ether, pushing estimated wait times to roughly 54 days. The validator queue is driven by protocol-level limits on the number of validator deposits and withdrawals that can be processed per slot. The total ETH staked has also reached a new all-time high of around 36 million Ether, representing approximately 30% of the total Ether supply. The validator exit queue to unstaked has remained relatively empty over the past 2 weeks. In other news, Naynar introduces Studio for Web, Uniswap v4 hits $300 billion in total volume, and Rainbow Wallet will use Uniswap's continuous clearing auctions for its Rainbow token launch. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.